Hi everybody and welcome to today's class. Today's class we are going to speak about the past continuous الماضي المستمر. Let's notice the difference between the present and the past. Present الحاضر, past الماضي. Let's look. I'm working now. This is present. Past. I was working at 10:30 last night. كنت أعمل في 10:30 بالأمس. It isn't raining now. إنها لا تمطر الآن. It wasn't raining when we went out. لم تكن تمطر عندما ذهبنا. What are you doing now? ماذا تفعل الآن? What were you doing at 3 o'clock? ماذا كنت تفعل في الساعة 3 بالأمس? Usually the where verb ing, the past continuous, like in Arabic, كنت تعمل, تفعل, تأكل. There was a progress. Let's look at this. I was doing something. I was in the middle of doing something at a certain time. The action or situation had already started before this time but hadn't finished. وهذا يعني بأني كنت أقوم بعمل معين بالماضي ولم يكن ينتهي فكان مستمر. لذلك نقول عنه ماض مستمر. ماض لأنه حدث في الماضي ومستمر لأنه أخذ مدة من الزمن. Look at this timeline that will help us. I started doing something in the past. I was doing it for a certain time, and this is the past continuous, and then I finished doing it. This is simple past. Notice all this happened in the past. Now let's look at this photo. This guy, Mr. Paul, now it's 6 o'clock and Mr. Paul is at home. He is watching television. Now it is 6 o'clock. Let's see what he did before that or what he was doing before 6 o'clock. Let's go. At 3:30, he started swimming. So at 4 o'clock, he wasn't at home. He was at the sport club. At 4 o'clock, he was swimming. He was swimming in the pool. He wasn't watching television. And at 4:15, he finished swimming. So notice the swimming started at 4 till 4:15. من الرابعة حتى الرابعة والربع. All this time, he was doing an exercise or he was swimming. كان يسبح. All right. And now, how can we use the past continuous and why do we use it? We use the continuous for something in progress in the past, typically for a short time. This could be continuous action or an action that happened repeatedly. For example, we were making too much noise. This is short time action. I was doing the same old things week after week, an action that happened repeatedly. And also we use the past continuous with actions. We don't normally use it with the state verbs. For example, I didn't know where you were, not I wasn't knowing. And now let's talk about the form of this tense, the past continuous form. Usually we have subject like you, we, they, I, he, she, it. After you, we, they, we use where. After I, he, she, it, use was. And after them all, I use verb ing. For example, look at me here. I was studying. She was studying. You were playing. You were playing. I was eating. Notice was verb ing. Always when you have verb be and verb, we have to put ing. Let's have a look at these examples. I was going to school. You were studying English. We were living in Syria. At 3, she was cooking. And now, let's go and talk about spelling, التهجئة. Past continuous, like the present continuous, we add ing to the verb. I'm talking about the spelling here. Usually in past continuous, we add ing to the verb. For example, play, playing, cry, crying. Now, for the verbs that end in E, usually we remove the E and we add ing. For example, slide, sliding, ride, riding. We drop the E and we put ing. For the verbs that end in IE, we change the IE to Y and add ing. For example, die, dying, tie, tying. For a verb whose last syllable is written with consonant, vowel, consonant, we know what vowels are, like we mentioned, A, E, O, U, and I. Other letters we call them consonant. So if the verb ends with consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last letter before adding ing. For example, beg, begging, shop, shopping. Notice the B in shop, the last letter is P, consonant, before it O, which is vowel, and then the sh sound, which is consonant. So we doubled the last letter, which is B, and we added ing. And now, let's practice the spelling with this exercise. And as usual, I will do the first one with you. Now, the verb live, it ends with E. If I want to put ing, it becomes living. Notice I dropped the E and I put ing. Now, I'll give you some time to complete the other exercises the same way. Let's check the answers. Excellent.